Hello everyone, welcome on back to Moss Valley. Alright, so I am going to be selling some soybeans today. I probably should have last month, I'm not going to lie, I saw the price, I was like, well, it might go up closer to me in July. So I was like, yeah, I'll risk it a little bit and see if it will. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. That was a very bad idea. As last month, I want to say it was like 3,600, like by us. It's like $100 less per 1,000 liters. So it's actually a decent amount less now. Obviously, sell everything. I'm not going to sell it there. That is, like I said, it's only for milk products. Ridgeway Good is really far away from here. I want to say the garden center is fairly close. I think it is. I think it's up here. Yeah, so we'll sell it there at the garden center. My plan was to sell about 100,000 liters. 2 trailer loads will be a little bit less than that, but shouldn't be too bad. And I did want to buy this field. It's ready to harvest now, actually. So why not? Why not? Obviously, I do wanna buy that, and that is in this menu, I think. Purchase the soil map, $1,300. It's fairly good. It is fairly good, actually. A lot of loam, Good to see. Today, I'm hoping that we can get 2 of the harvests done. Maybe that field that we just bought, and then the one down there. The 2 wheat fields, basically, that we have. At least be the hope to get both done. Whether they both do, we'll see, but I'm really having tough time driving, it appears. To be fair, it's a pretty slow ride. Would have probably been better with the John Deere pulling it, but it is what it is. I'm kind of already locked into doing it this way. Yeah, I should look at the slurry too for the water buffalo. I want to say that was getting full, so that might need to be sold today. Get this sold. Should be quite a bit of money. Should easily be able to pay for should easily be able to pay for the field that we just had. And then I wanted to look at this. It probably is fine another month. If I don't get to it, it should be fine another month. Still, they went up again, 2,000 now. I said I'd keep them until they stopped going up, but they keep going up. Eventually, I might just have to, sell them, but... Oh yeah, the Mercedes mod is out now, or DLC pack is out now. Maybe at some point I'll have to get some sort of contract, more than likely, and we'll have to do something with those. Probably not today, because we do have fields to do harvesting, so. And that will always take the priority over any sort of contracts or anything. So, we'll head on over, and we'll get this filled up again. Then, I'll bring it back here and get it sold again. Then we can start working on trying to get some of the harvests done today, and at the end, if we have time, we'll get the slurry sold. Otherwise, it'll be next month, is my guess. We're not in a huge rush. It just has to be done, well, next month at the latest. We'll get this sold. This will be the last of the soybeans that we'll sell. Obviously, there is still a bunch in here that we could sell. It's just, I like to keep some on hand for pigs. The pigs use it. And I kind of said I would sell about that one entire field's worth of soybeans, and that was like just over 2 trailers. It's just a lot easier just to sell 2 than it is to sell 2 plus 10,000 liters of another one. And plus, you know, we're making what, $182,000 per load, so you know, we're doing pretty good. We don't necessarily need the little bit of money that we'd get from that even. Obviously, I should have probably sold it last month. Like I said, it was a better price then than it is now, but you live and you learn, and you live and you learn, and well, I've been struck numerous times by thinking, oh hey, the soybeans should be better in July probably. It says that, and it never is. I've been hit by that so many times, I should know by now. But so every once in a while I still get hit by it. Mainly when you know, this is like what, 4 or 5 different sell points. And sometimes some sell points will be higher in like June, and then the other ones will be higher in July. I kind of thought that might be what was happening. That is not the case. So, yeah, we'll have to take the hit, but it's not that huge of a deal. Alright, now I would like to get this over into this field, or in between these two fields. I would like to try to do both of the wheat fields. I'm not sure if both will fit in this trailer, but I at least want to try. And, well, try is all I can do, really. I'm thinking I'll double check, but we should be able to do canola next month? Yes. And then wheat. Wheat could be next month as well, but... then shortly after that, we'd have soybeans. Busy, busy. I'll just drive up on the side here. More than likely how I'm going to end up getting to this other field is just driving through the hedge. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I could probably get it through the road through our other grass field. At least it appears that way, but I'm also very much aware that I'll go a little bit more forward. I might do this field first. I'm also very much aware of that it's going to be tight fit through the gates and everything else, so at the end of the day, you know, the options are still going to be basically going through the hedge or not. Basically, the only option is that, in the end, is just to drive through the hedge. Yeah, next month we should do the canola. Do we have canola oil? Or were we just selling that direct? I feel like there's a reason why I did canola, right? It was probably just because I could plant it at the time or something. Now, actually, if I remember, I'm going to end up destroying a little bit of the crop, won't I? Yep. I tried to not, but it is how this field lines up, just on the edge. Well, we're doing the wheat, so we'll just, oh, I got not even 1 liter of canola. Not even 1 liter. Now I can't harvest my oh, that was not the right button, and now that's gonna mess up my yeah. I forget what button it is, just to empty it. Unload here's control. Control I. Well, let me back out of the game real quick. That way I can fix this, because this is a bug from the last update. Anytime you reset the weather, it does that. So, yeah, sorry about that. That is that's been a bug since the 1.11 update, I think it was. Anytime I do any sort of resetting the weather, which I Didn't mean to there. I hit the wrong combinations of buttons. It resets the weather when I do the screenshot mod, which then if I open any menu, it does that. It's a little bit annoying from my point of view, at least. Obviously, if you're just playing the game, you're unlikely to ever even see it. But, well, when you're recording, you're very likely to see it. So, well, I shouldn't say recording, but you're very likely to see if you use that mod, especially for like content creation purposes. It can be a little rough. So. Yeah, not great yield, but we will need to get this limed, I'm sure. Which a lot of these fields do need to be limed, so lines up pretty well with the rest of the fields. Well, I am just going to go ahead and start a time lapse. The goal is to get this field as well as that field down there done. We'll see if it's part of the same time lapse, or maybe I'll split up both of them. But, yeah, I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
Easy people live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life. And when I was getting lost, I found you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky starts to rain, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there?
Alright, so that is the first of 2 fields for the wheat harvest. So let's get, there's a little bit down here I missed. I'll get everything unloaded. I figured we'd probably end up needing to empty the trailer in between. That's kind of what it seems like. So it might just be best to, well, do that. And all this will go towards bread, actually. So I will have to get the mill running again. Let's see. Oh, the multi-grain production. It is wheat flour. Activate that. And of course, I'll have to reactivate that there too. I literally just deactivated it too. But you can see the trailer's fairly full, so might just be best get it emptied. I'll be curious how much. I keep hitting the wrong button. How much there is in there. 80%. Really, I think these 2 fields they're probably pretty similar. The field is 2.78, field is 2.7. They're pretty similar, and this is going to yield a lot better. It's definitely possible that we're looking at more than just one full trailer out of this field down here. Obviously, wheat does yield very, very well for the amount. I do need to get Thor's daily riding, so we'll do that in between here too. Take a little bit of a break from the harvesting. We'll get that all done, and then obviously we'll bring the trailer back over here, and we can start working on that. Get things finished up like that, at least, with the harvest. I am drifting into the canola field. Like I said, I probably should have put the John Deere on this trailer. It's not the greatest. So honestly, I should at least put the front weight on. That would maybe make it a little bit better. Chances are there's going to be a little bit left over into the combine even after this field. So I'll end up, yeah, this is somewhat close to Thor. So I will end up probably dumping some right from the combine into there even. Right, where is... Yep, there's our buddy. Yeah, he has not had the daily riding today, so I need to make sure and get that done. The last thing we need, obviously, is for him not to get his daily riding in. Doesn't take too long to do. Obviously, we're already up, what, 12%, 13% for the daily riding. You basically just take it all the way down to that grass field and come back, and it's usually 100% or really close to 100%. Yeah, obviously, next time we'll try to get some lime done on more than likely maybe both of those fields even. Definitely that top one. That one definitely will need it. And obviously we have canola harvest. As far as I know, this production here does not have... Yeah, it does not have the oils. So that'd be the only thing, is we won't have the ability to do canola oil. We could try to do a production of it, but is it worth it? I think the main reason I did it was just to have a crop ready, obviously, a little bit earlier on, trying to balance the different crops. Making sure things aren't lining up too well together, because then all of a sudden we won't have enough time to do the harvest or anything. Well, this way we can assure everything is done on time and nothing withers away, which is not something I really want to have happen, so I'm trying my best to make sure that doesn't. Yep, 100%. Like I said, it's basically all the way down to the grass field turnaround. And then he is ready to get cleaned now, so also you have to clean them afterwards. I'm not sure on the, like, money-wise. I haven't really paid attention to how much he's worth or anything, I'll be honest. I haven't. Maybe I should, but I just haven't, so. I would assume it's fairly good. Almost 3 grand, 2,800 right now. Almost at puberty, which I would assume is when they hit max price. I don't know. Do we replace Thor, though? Do we just get another one? Oh. Alright, so let's get this down here into the wheat field. We'll see if the weight in the front helps at all. I probably won't a ton. I want to say the John Deere's best with it, and it's still not, like, outstanding with pulling the trailer. So it's mainly just because it's a, 47,000 liters, quite heavy, especially when you're going up hills and stuff. Yeah, we'll just put this somewhere right in here, and we'll get to it with the combine, I'm sure. Let's get this fired on up. And off we go. Hey, we actually have steering assist lines. Well, I'll go ahead and start with another time lapse. We'll get this field all finished up. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
The love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out. for the light, dancing around.
All right, there we go. We got the wheat field all finished. It'll fit all into one trailer. That is actually kind of nice. I didn't think it would, to be honest. All right, well, I am just gonna leave this probably right over here, kind of out of the way. We'll see, how full is this? 98%, basically as full as we could. More likely, if we didn't do that little stretch, it would have been full. Yeah, easily. I think we got like 4,000 liters if we didn't do that little stretch until we got to that field. Yeah, obviously, like I said, next month we're looking to do some lime spreading. Hopefully, in amongst the time to do this harvest here, the canola harvest. And I'm pretty sure we drifted a little bit, but not too bad. And I'm pretty sure that field also needs lime by next planting. So numerous fields that need it. Yeah, and like I said, of course, we'll have to try to do the slurry, sell that. And I'll probably end up leasing the trailer and get everything like put in there and everything just ready, and then I'll start the video. We'll get it sold right away, and we can start working right away into getting these fields lime spread and get them harvested and all that stuff. All right, well, let's get this unloaded. Oh yeah, you get it switched too. This should put it pretty full, so we should be good in that realm. Where's wheat? Right there. And obviously there's a huge capacity. But oh yeah, I obviously took a screenshot, so you can do that every time. Well, yeah, I'll open the menu again, of course. So yeah, we got 83,000 liters there, and we did already make 1,300 liters of flour in there. So obviously quite a bit was already made into flour. Not too bad. We got quite a bit there from obviously all the wheat there. But yeah, next video, the goal is to get obviously the canola all finished out. We'll try to get some of the lime spreading done, maybe all of it. We'll see how far we get there. But of course, we also do need to get the slurry sold. So, yeah. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.